An unidentified man caused a disturbance on a WestJet flight from Toronto to Edmonton this week and ultimately had to be zip-tied by the other passengers. Now, the man, by all accounts of several eyewitnesses, wore a backpack during the flight. He spent 3 hours praying. He called the people on the plane unbelievers, and he asked them to kill him as he wandered back and forth in the aisle at least twice. The man was eventually restrained by passengers and held at the back of the plane after the frightened flight crew asked for help to control him. And now the mainstream media articles are going out of their way to spin this, saying the man's motive is unclear. Now, I'm not so sure about that. I think the man's motive is pretty clear when you look at the facts. It's as clear as the media's attempt to misdirect away from his motive. We haven't heard this deranged, backpack-wearing, praying man's name, and it's over 24 hours later. I found articles from The Star, the CBC, the CTV, and Global News. Not a single article mentions his name, or for that matter, an actual physical description of the man besides the fact that he was large and 20 years old. What color was his hair? What was his complexion like? Did he speak with an accent? You know, identifiable physical traits. They don't say. None of these articles say a thing about him. It wasn't reported what language or what sorts of prayers the man spent 3 whole hours saying. Doesn't that seem like it should be noteworthy and in the public interest to know these things? Now, I can guarantee you, the mainstream media would have definitely reported if this man was saying Latin Mass or the Lord's Prayer or the Rosary for 3 hours. I can see the headlines now. Out of control Catholic man causes disruption on WestJet flight to Edmonton. And then the media would pester the Archbishop of the Diocese of Edmonton into denouncing this large, unidentified 20-year-old who asked to be martyred on a plane before the day was out. But because we haven't heard anything, I think we can fill in the blanks for ourselves. But wait, we don't have to fill in the blanks this time. This is passenger Stephen Kelly. He helped restrain the otherwise unidentified large 20-year-old man. Mr. Kelly accidentally punches a big hole in the media's attempt to gloss over the truth in an interview with CTV News. Just listen.
I did hear the word Allah at least twice. I'm definitely not saying that it has anything to do with that or what have you. It just simply, he did definitely state it.
So the word Allah was part of the mutterings of the deranged, unidentified, backpack-wearing man seeking martyrdom. Why isn't this eyewitness account turning up in any of the published news articles? That seems like it's pretty important to the man's motive, I'd say. Well, maybe the media is taking John Kerry's advice. Here.
One day you're going to be a terrorist and you're willing to kill yourself, you can go out and kill some people. You can make some noise. Perhaps the media would do us all a service if they didn't cover it quite as much. People wouldn't know what's going on.
No talking, no problems. That's exactly what the media does in North Korea. Now, this is the left's big plan to stop terrorism. Ignore it and have the media keep the public ignorant. That's an abdication of the media's role. We can't protect ourselves as the public if we don't know what the danger really is. And how much do you want to bet this whole incident will be blamed on mental illness, especially as the facts of the man's name and his religion slowly leak out in the days and weeks to come? For the Rebel.media, I'm Sheila Gunn-Reid.
Thanks for watching. Click here to never miss a Rebel update. Want even more of the Rebel? Well, click here to become a premium member.